So afterwards, I'm just going back to my desk. Okay.
Thanks.
Huh? When I go out and call them.
Yeah. Well, the same, you know, that's very much.
Well, I've got the sofa.
I won't take.
Johnny. Mikel is out.
All right.
Mikel's out. Zoe, she used to be a security. Now she's a syndicate. Training. Don't offend her. My ankle last Tuesday, I gave me a really spot. I was like, gosh, I'm still getting better, but the worst.
Then you take stuff for it.
Starting it now, I'm allergic to it, believe it or not.
You did?
Arsenal press conference.
Hi everyone, hope it was well. As always, if you have a question, we'll come to you. Raise your hands. If you're ready, let's go with Dan from this side.
Mikel, in the first half particularly, you had the chances to win that game, but did you feel your team quite had the intensity to get over the line, especially after the equaliser?
Well, after the equaliser, especially because we play with 10 men, a lot. But even with 10 men, I think we tried and we had two quite clear situations to finish the action better. I think we have to be critical with ourselves, especially the way we concede the goal. Against Brentford, you know what it happens. You have a free kick, the goal is going to put it there, from there try to get a throw-in, from there try to get a corner, and then once you clear the ball, it's a second ball game. And in that second ball game, we didn't defend the space close to the taker well enough, and then it's a lottery because they do that really well, and it's our fault.
Yes, Sam.
Had you pre-planned when you were going to make your substitutions today because of load management, or were you reacting to the flow of the game?
No, we had an idea because we know certain players that we picked in the starting lineup that they could not be able to finish the game. So we had a very two eyes open with that one. We didn't expect the issue with Thomas, that we have to take him out, and then for sure we didn't expect what happened with Jorginho, that we ended up playing with 10 men.
Yes, Sam, Daily Mail.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Declan seems to be playing in quite an advanced position today. He scored 2 goals in the league this season. Have them 2 free kicks against Real Madrid maybe whetted the appetite for more from a attacking perspective?
Yes, for sure. Every time you score a goal, after you have the feeling the next one you can score again. I think he had an unbelievable action as well in the goal we scored today, carrying the ball in open space till the right moment to release Thomas, and even one against situation with the keeper. And I think had a really strong performance again.
You said about playing with 10 men. What did you mean by that, playing with 10 men across the game?
That we had to play with 10 men when Jorginho went out.
James from CBS. James CBS, and then we'll go to
Sorry.
Yep.
Just picking up on Declan there and his performance, the running power he showed, was he still carrying that foot injury? Because the sheer strength that he showed across that game.
No, he was fine. Yesterday he trained with normality. He wasn't feeling any pain. That's why we put him from the start.
Dave?
Mikel, just 2 things. Did you feel that what lies immediately ahead in Madrid was in the atmosphere today? Inside, I'm not saying your own players' minds, but
I don't know. The atmosphere was different to Tuesday. That's for sure. I don't know if he was playing the back of the crowd. For us, as professionals, we know the importance of that. Today, what we wanted to do was increase the probability of us really challenging for what we are looking for in the Premier League. And with that result, obviously, it's more unlikely to happen.
and just in terms of your own players, was it in their minds? Can I ask?
No. I think the players know that when you come to the Premier League and the position that we play today, how it was going to be and what it requires, and it requires your best every time to win.
And just quickly, the tackle on Martinelli in the first half, obviously we saw your reaction to
Yeah.
that. I mean, can you just talk a little bit about that, please?
I think my reaction tells everything.
Mikel, is the season the Champions League now? Is it as simple as that? I know mathematically you can win the Premier League, but it feels unlikely.
Yeah, we still 6 games to play in the Premier League, which are going to be really important, but for sure now it's all about Wednesday.
James,
Can I just check, what was Partey's injury?
Sorry?
What was Thomas Partey's injury?
Yeah, he felt something, so we didn't want to take any risks.
What was it?
Something.
Simon?
Is the initial sort of diagnosis of Thomas, do you think he'll be okay for Wednesday?
We don't know. I haven't spoken to the doctors yet, so they will check in now and see how he is.
Just ask with Ben, obviously, with the issue of training, are you hoping he'll be okay for Wednesday?
Again, we don't know. So he could not be in condition to be in the squad today and be selected. So we have a few days, but we have to wait and see.
Jorginho is ribs or something?
It looks like it, so I don't exactly know, but he had problems breathing, so he said he could not carry on.
Okay, last couple, Art, Athletic.
Hi Mikel,
Hi.
sorry for another on Declan, but I was just going to ask, with that running power that James mentioned, obviously yesterday you said he has so many different tools to kind of bring Arsenal up to the box. Is that one where, I guess, because you're not getting as many open situations as you did for that goal, you're not seeing as often, is that the reason why, or is there another reason why you might want to see it a bit more?
Yeah, depending on the opposition behavior. I think the first half we have a few options when we break their press, when they're just more man-orientated and they want to take more risks to open those spaces, and certainly after a set piece is a clear situation because it's a lot of space to run.
And with that, and would there be, I guess, maybe like players who you might reference maybe as examples with him, or is it just focusing about him as an individual?
Well, we can always learn about best midfielders, the timing of their arrivals and how they have scored the goals, but I think he can focus on himself.
And finally, Phil, PA.
Mikel, you've obviously been so close to winning the league the last couple of years. But the gap by the end of tomorrow could be 13 points with 6 to play. I mean, how frustrating is that for you? And do you think it's going to be difficult to bring the players up for a Wednesday, or is that not a worry?
Yeah, it is difficult because obviously there are a lot of reasons why we are with that distance and the amount of things that we have to deal with, and still we are where we are. But yeah, we want to be higher, that's for sure.
Okay, guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.
It was late, sorry. It was in the 80s. Yeah, that's fine.
I'd like to know. Basically, he's making something up with
For me, I'm a gymnastic, I'd be flying on the spot before kick-off. I'm taking charge myself. It's a sort of charge.
What were you
I am telling, I am providing the personal guarantee.
Donna Collins.
Will you be offended if I don't write it as hard as that?
I will be. I'll actually be very offended.
Everyone. You're ready when you are.
You succeeded where Real Madrid failed.
So you're actually comparing us with Madrid?
You must be better.
Let's say that today. I think there will be a few Brentford fans that will be very happy with that. They will definitely take that comparison very well. Sorry. Two different games, of course. Two different teams. Arsenal are very good. And I think they also been very good this season. I think they today they are so difficult to play against. I saw it with my own eyes live Tuesday against, with all due respect, probably a tiny bit better team than us, Madrid. What I would say today is that I thought that we were excellent defensively. I thought we worked very hard. I thought the structure, the discipline was exceptional. We actually basically limiting Arsenal to a lot of set pieces, which we handled well, and they are very good at it. A big moment to Martinelli, where Christopher Ayer have a last-second crucial block, and then the moment to Saka, where McFlecken probably underestimated the situation just a tiny bit. So that said, then we're coming back after being down 1-0. Just big credit to the players, their mentality, character, and focus to stay in the game. Don't get too frustrated. Don't open up too much, because we knew we would have our moments, and we took it very well.
Thomas, Brian Mbeumo usually gets the headlines for you, but Visser now has 15 Premier League goals. I think that's more than Ollie Watkins and Cole Palmer. How good has he been this season?
I think it's been very, very good. You just mentioned Ollie and Cole Palmer, the two top players, but how many teams have a number 9 that scored 15 goals? How many? I don't know. Is it 2, 3? I don't know. Teams.
Isak and Haaland.
Isak, yeah, and Holland. Maybe the only two with a number 9 scoring goals. So that's exceptional from Visser. Big credit to him. Hopefully also to the way we play and the chances we create. And then, of course, you need to be on the end of it. So he's been very good. And having Visser and Brian on 15 goals or more, I think we're also the only club who have that. So that I'm very pleased with.
Just out of interest, did you know about him before the club signed him? Was he a signing from the directors? Because he was playing in the French second division, wasn't he?
Yeah. No. First and foremost, it's our scouting department that is very good. Lee Dykes is in charge of it, and we have some very great scouts. The good thing with our club is that we never take a decision on a player without me, Matthew, the owner, Lee Dykes, or Phil Giles are involved. So the four of us take the decision together. So I was very aware of him, and I watched him a lot myself. To be fair, we looked at him as a winger. He was a winger back then. But what I liked about him was he was very good to what I would say arrive on the last line inside the box. That's why I thought he was, yes, that's a player who scored goals for us. And so he's the second winger I've converted to a 9 with okay success.
Thomas, Gabriel Martinelli's told the TV that he thinks Christian Norgard's tackle could have broken his leg.
Did he play today?
No, Martinelli.
Sorry. Sorry. Martinelli. I thought Gabriel. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Gabriel. I missed. Yeah.
Just wondered what your reaction was.
He said, say again. Sorry.
He says he believed that Norgard could have broken his leg with that tackle.
Yeah, I can't. How can you say? That is his opinion. I thought it was a strong yellow. That was a yellow.
Thomas, what would be your approach if you were going to the Bernabeu 3-0 up?
I'm not, but I would love the challenge. You need to speak with Mikel about that. I think him and his coaches have shown over the last, 4 or 5 years he's been here now, how good they are and how much they have progress this club. I think Mikel have done an exceptional job making Arsenal extremely competitive every year the last 3 years, and also constantly adding layers. Also in Champions League, was it Bayern Munich in the quarterfinal last year they lost to? Now they are definitely in a good position. We all know that there's maybe two places where you can turn that around. That's Bernabeu and Anfield. One thing, looking from the outside, Arsenal work hard. They're very good defensively. They're very good on defensive set pieces. So I think they'll be fine.
Thomas, Mikel has all but given up on the Premier League title when he spoke to us, but after that result, there's no reason for you to give up on your hopes of playing in Europe next season, is there?
No, of course we're ambitious. It's we want to end as high as possible. I think there's some very good teams above us, and I think what do we have? 6 games left. So we need to have a perfect run for that. We always focus on one game at a time, and that's the biggest thing. Because can we keep that laser focus, maybe we'll get that momentum. But already now, so far, I think we've had a good season. Without being an exceptional season, I think we have had a good season.
Okay. Thanks very much, everybody.
Thank you.
See you again.